mute again. Why do I keep forgetting to mute? Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing today? I mixed it up. I mixed up the words. It's very early for me. Which I probably should admit, because 1 p.m. But hi! Good morning, everyone. Ah, man. I did a whole draw yesterday. And I'm gonna try to fuel that feels into the expression of Almirato. Amrilato. It's this really creative dating sim visual novel that I'm gonna go into blind. About how it's about learning, being sent into like a different dimension, I think, and having to learn the language there. I have very vague ideas on what's going on. Mio gave me like the summary like once, like half a year ago, and like now we get to play it. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm gonna have the donation goal up always, and yeah, let's go get it started. Oh, I'm so excited. I really need to do better at stalling. We don't start until like 4 minutes. I don't like keeping people waiting. It's a real problem. Okay, let's get you guys over here. And let's go ahead and click English. This is a work of fiction. All persons, organizations appearing in this work are fictionists, and any resemblance to acts of persons, organizations, or pure coincidental. Oh no, I didn't read all of it. Oh. Esperanto, okay, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. This is already just so pretty and so good. Oh god. I love good music. I love cute girls. This is hitting very good beats for me. As I left the station, I finally felt some sense of relief. I was exhausted from the 10-minute delay on the train, but thankfully I made it back home in one piece. This account doesn't have mod palettes. I cry. Okay, give me Give me a second, hold on. Guys, I need to go give Mio some mod powers. By the way, that's her Twitch account, so everyone should go follow it right now at this very moment. I'm kidding. Don't leave me yet. But very cute pro tag. Very, very cute. Where are you? It would be in roles. Community role manager. There, you should have your mod stuff back. You should have your mod stuff back. Alright. With all the announcements they kept saying, the train ahead is... It made me wonder, can we at least move? I guess it would have been pretty difficult with both trains on the same track. But still, it'd be a pretty nifty solution to the problem if we could just switch from one rail to the other. I like the voice acting. The voice acting's pretty good. There's no sense agonizing over the past. Aww. Life is all about looking ahead, not forgetting your goals. And today I had a goal nothing was going to distract me from. The crosswalk signal in front of the station was costing me precious time. Though, I guess if I wanted to put more positive spin on it, that meant I had more time to myself to think, right? There's one type of person in this world. The image of Yuzu's blissful and disheveled face popped back in my mind. I can't believe you never heard of them. Aren't you supposed to be from around here? Leah should start calling you Borin starting tomorrow. I knew they had to be good for her to tease me so much. I placed both hands over my chest, which was puffed in anticipation. What? What? The instant the light changed, I spun her across like an Olympic athlete. Interesting choice of words. My target was a newly opened taiyaki stand on the edge of the bustling shopping district, which is full of people hunting for end-of-the-month sales. I kind of been smoking with things like this. Whenever I passed it before, I'd always had a mouthful of sweets, or a handful of bags. I thought I'd come back with someone later, I just never had the opportunity. Oh, that is topical and relevant. Is it now? That's why first thing in the morning I made the decision to go today. I just had to have some taiyaki that I've been hearing so much about. Somehow the old familiar cityscape had a kind of fresh and new look to it. I love sweets. Just thinking about the first bite that melted into your mouth was more than I could bear. Yeah, the Olympics. Normally there was a line. But right now, the last customer was just about to leave. I picked up the pace and slid up to the counter. Maybe I was a little too excited. Oh, the face! Oh, the face! I was so embarrassed I couldn't look at the smiling clerk in the face. I just knew she had to be laughing at me in her head. I handed her the exact change I've been carrying in my pocket since before I got on the train, and reached out to take the paper bag that she was offering. But this girl is happy as fuck. Just like you're working at the thing. Yo, this person's real happy. I noticed I took the bag savoring the heat. Each day had its share of troubles, but the moment like this made them fly away. Seikkikou! Seikkikou! Parts of the back was crispy while maintaining just the right amount of firmness. Subtle Japanese flavor and the piping hot sweetness in my mouth were incredible. The taste was so far above my expectation that I almost forgot where I was for a minute. Wait, was I chowing down right here and now? That's right, I was still in front of the taiyaki stand. As I came to exit, I realized a line had started forming behind me. I quickly stepped aside to escape the eyes watching me. I tried to put some distance between the stand and myself. But just as I turned a corner to head back down back alley, I tripped and lurched forward, scrambling to stay upright. Somehow I managed to put my hand on the vault to avoid disaster. I didn't know what had gotten into me in the past few minutes. Anyone watching would have thought I was just some weirdo. Nothing would be worse than one of my classmates saw me. Anything but that. I lifted my head and prayed that I had avoided that level of misfortune. Thankfully, no one had seen me. But something wasn't right. Well, you just tripped into... You almost tripped. You're at risk of social collapse. Oh damn, I tripped into another dimension! I was overcome by an undescribable sense of something was wrong. If I had to put my finger on it... What are you doing? Don't call right now. If I had to put my finger on it, I'd say the atmosphere didn't seem right. Huh, that's... Yeah, that is strange. Thinking maybe I had something in my eyes, I rubbed them with my sleeves. Damn, something in your eye doesn't change the entire perception of reality. But even with my vision clear, nothing was any different. No, this was wrong, wrong, wrong. Something was definitely off, way off. I think I had dirt in my eyes once. It wasn't just my eyes, something was wrong with my ears too. I couldn't make out what the people on the streets were saying. What had I just been doing? What was I doing now? What am I? What am I? What am I? All at once, a childhood memory came back to me. I had lost my grip on a man's hand in a busy crowd and started looking everywhere for her in a panic. She wasn't to my left or to my right, in front or behind me. She was nowhere to be found. Yes, this felt exactly the same as back then. My whole body coursed with the despair of being all alone. It wasn't possible. At my age? After all, I knew this place. But something felt subtly different. I swear I slipped in a word. This was all an elaborate scheme by her high school's students to send her to another world through the power of pure pressure. Maybe. You never know. I shouted out without thinking, and then I noticed the sky overhead. That wasn't possible. I had been much later than 2 o'clock when I got back into town. More than an hour can have passed since then. I checked my phone and confirmed my estimate wasn't too far off. What was off was the view in front of me. Why is the sky pink? The voice acting's good, it's just slow. And that music provide. Right? This music's great. That wasn't the color of an evening sky. It was totally different from the color of a sunset. It wasn't the red, orange, or deep purple that came with approaching nighttime. There's something I'd never seen before. It wasn't an unpleasant color, but it looked terribly ominous. Mia was just suffering from exhaustion. If not... could have been the taiyaki I just ate. Had it actually been laced with some electric substance that was giving me hallucinations? Is that why it tastes so good? She's not very bright, is she? If that's the case, then this was serious. The other customers who bought the taiyaki would be in trouble too. I hurried back to shopping district's main street. I stood dumbstruck for almost a full 10 seconds. The cityscape I had known well was subtly different. Storefronts, the all signs written in letters I couldn't understand. I looked around frantically, not finding anything, but a pleasant scent wafting through the air led me to it. But... was it coming from the stand I had just been to? Memory circulated that this should have been a ramen stand. My nausea was quickly surpassing my fear. I had to get my bearings somehow. I met the gaze of a girl and approached her, bowing my head as I spoke. She really has one brace out, yep. I was hoping she'd respond with, yes, that's right. But the reality was different. All she did was tilt her head with a extremely puzzled look on her face. And then... she shook her head like she was apologizing. We certainly looked Japanese, but we couldn't communicate. In that case... excuse me! What about English? She has more drive than Hisao. I appreciate that she has more drive than Hisao. Because clearly she got a lot of heart in the stomach. A lot of heart and a lot of stomach. Wasn't sure what I should say after that though. Please understand me. I bowed my head again as if in prayer. She just smiled and said... and left with a smile. Even though I had swallowed my pride to display my barely passable foreign language skills, I was heartbroken and my enthusiasm levels had dropped to half. Still, I wouldn't let myself get discouraged. I would just keep finding new people to challenge until I found one who would understand me. So clearly she's got... I got it already. Oh no, Rin! Not being understood by anyone was a miserable feeling. Being completely unable to understand what anyone else is saying was beyond disheartening. I was completely shocked when I tried to speak to a girl around the same age as me, only to have her walk away without a word. The final blow was when I started to feel like people were watching me with suspicion. Well, even the laid-back people in the shopping center would lose patience if some confused girl started going up to everyone trying to talk to them in a strange language. I like how this is her disheartened look, just like pure eh. I went to a deserted back alley and sat in a corner. My eyes glazed over as I stared at the barely visible shopping district, at a complete loss. How had things come to this? Oh. Okay, let's try to calm down and think about this. 1. Something is wrong with me. 2. Something is wrong with the world. 3. Something else is wrong. Where did Taiyaki go? She had to snack somehow, Mio. You can't go asking people in a language they don't understand without snacking. If it's something else, something's wrong with me, I need to pin down that cause. If I can't figure out the cause, then I need to start to figure out how to fix it. Of how carefully her Japanese is not me. Yep. Your whole thing is that she wants num num. What if, as it progresses, it starts to affect senses beside my vision and hearing? Am I already too far gone? I at least check my senses of taste. Oh, there it is. I shoveled the rest of the taiyaki into my mouth. Even though it had been cooled off a little bit, I could tell it was still as scrumptious as ever. Wait, what am I, stupid? Did I just about the whole taiyaki even after my earlier suspicions? My condition might get even worse. What if I was headed right back to where I started? Yes, I hate to say it, Red. You might lose your everyone else stupid. Oh no, she's stupid. I decided to forget about the taiyaki for the time being to try to consider other possibilities. If there's nothing wrong with me, then what if the answer was something's wrong with the world? How did things get this way? Yes, everyone in the world's pranking you, child. I remembered a foreign TV show I'd seen online. In it, they targeted people turning into a back alley, broadcasting their surprise to a laughing audience as the person's path was blocked by a fake wall. When the confused target would try to head back the way they came, a woman would scream, ring through the deserted alley. As they looked around frantically trying to figure out what was happening, a black figure would appear from a corner, approaching the target brandishing a red-stained sickle. The audience would laugh and exclaim their reaction, and the scene ended by showing the target's response to seeing a camera after the trick was revealed. Honestly, what caused so many problems they didn't try to do the same thing in Japan. But what if they tried filming a gender kind of surprise? I can't understand what anyone's saying. I must be being Truman showed. Ah, Ring, you wonderful child. Oh. It was a little late at this point, but now all I was worried about was my messy hair and clothes. I tried to look around casually to see if I could spot a camera somewhere. On the corner I saw what looked like a camera under a dim light, so it had been a prank all along. Wait, that was just a security camera. At least you figured it out. Hot pranked. Got pranked. How can I have changed the color of the sky? Yeah, friend! Well, what else was there? What about some combination of 1 and 2? They could have drugged my food and built some sort of big shopping district while I was conscious. The sky appearing pink was my inability to talk to it, and one could be a result of the drug. Alright, now I'm starting to get somewhere. No, you're not. If that was the case, then I should just sit here quietly for a while. Eventually the drug will wear off and the TV crew will come out with their cameras. Yes, just like that. Some scruffy middle-aged guy would come up to me and say, I'm not sure how to tell you this, but... Wait, not like this at all! She's not bright. She's not bright! I think her defining characteristic is she's not smart. What was that sweet-sounding voice? I dipped my head up, unable to trust my own ears. Oh, cute! Oh no, this is her. Oh, this is a cute girl. Terminal gay! And here in front of me was a lonely girl. That's not... Was this a trick? What kind of prank was this? If there's a part of the prank I had no complaints. I tried to confirm my suspicions first. Right. Yeah, hi Fish for playing a visual novel. With a dumb main character. I love her so much. I like how is the same in every language. like that I'm just as confused about what the fuck is going on as Ren. Yeah, it'd be like that. I'm pretty sure she's asking if we needed help though. Yeah, I think she asked us if we needed help and if we needed help. And then afterwards it's like, I don't understand what you're saying kind of thing. That's my guess, just based on interactions I have. I thought she was asking if if we yes, are you a sheep? Hello, I lost my sheep. Are you a sheep? I tried my hard to use native pronunciation, but she didn't seem to understand. That was probably because you couldn't understand English, right?
Mi estas Luca.
Yes, Dad. Yeah, she's definitely not speaking English.
Kio estas via nomo?
Estas? What was estas?
Kie vi loĝas?
Are you lost? Are you lost? I'm pretty sure that one is. That's just my guess. I think that one's Are You Lost? I guess since she was asking me something, but I had no idea what. All I could do was shake my head from side to side.
Ĉu vi perdis la vojon?
It also gives me how concerned she seemed for me. Aww. Even broken language be okay if we could just... Oh. In that case, I would make an effort to find the subject she was saying. Wait, maybe the reason she looks concerned was because I wasn't answering. Alright, I'll listen closely to the next thing she said and casually respond with a question of my own. I pricked my ears and waited for her next words.
Ĉu vi parolas la lingvon Juliamo?
Trophy. And now it begins. It begins. Alright, I'm gonna go with this one. No, let's... Okay. How is this language structured, right? Is it structured like Japanese or is it structured like English? So, or did they change it based on the localization? But I'm assuming like this one is referring to us. This one is like a preposition, and this is like the thing that's happening. This is IDK, we just wanted the language is structured the same. Okay. So, let's just do this one. I thought of Yusu's dog named Trophy back there. Then... We both had side to side and no motion to pointing to me. Apparently I made a mistake. What did I get wrong? From her response, it sounded like it was my question itself. Well, the fact she had refuted it meant what? She understood the words. That meant something was wrong with how I used them, which meant I should have used one of the other words. Why did I have a brain like a I placed both hands over my chest and prayed as I searched for my memory the best to repeat her pronunciation. Yes. Yes. Alright, progress. I got an okay. No, that said yes. Rin, you idiot. There, she said it again. She said it like a kind of questioning this time, but I definitely heard the word yes. You idiot! This idiot! I finally met someone I could communicate, if only if that were true. I still had to deal with the unfortunate handicap of my subpar English skills. Rin! Rin! We just established she doesn't speak English! She just said... Yeah. Oh, there's a special child.
Hello, my name is Lee.
Rin! I thought I'd try to start by introducing myself. She froze up. Was my pronunciation that bad?
英語ならなんとかなりそうなのに。エイコ？
Hey, go.
そう、日本語が通じない以上、それだけが頼みの綱なのに。日本語？日本語。あれ？まさか日本語わかるの？日本語わかる？わかりません。
Which is it?
あなた、日本語。
Rin, you idiot, to know!
日本語、ちょっとわかります。
Awesome, we established communication.
よかった。私
You're
ね、
speaking
どこでどう迷ったか変なところに来ちゃってさ。でね、誰に話しかけても言葉が通じなくてめっちゃ困ってて。
Rin, listen, bud. When you hear someone, they say, hey, I don't speak it well enough. You don't speak fast and complicated like this. You gotta slow down.
Pardon, said tranquillize. ごめん。
He said understood a little. Of course she wouldn't be able to understand me suddenly unleashing a torrent of Japanese on her like that. Mittens, I guess they can't Google Translate. I don't think this language exists in their parallel universe.
ごめんなさい。全然、あなたは謝らないで。
Speak slower. Speak slower, so she can understand you, Rin. I had a wry grimace on my face, but my companion was still smiling sweetly. This girl was so nice. It was still up in the air whether I could convey my situation, and I felt really bad about imposing on her, but I had faith that this girl would be able to help me.
ねえねえ、よかったら交番まで案内してくれない？
Rin's hyped up on taiyaki energy. She's too hyper for this conversation right now. This is my hometown. I would just head for the building on the next intersection without even bothering to ask.
いやいや、ここは地元だよ。そうじゃないって言うなら。
A silly thought popped into my head, but it was impossible, so I pushed it aside.
ジュミコンドークフィン？伝わったのかな？とりあえず、Yes!
Please tell me she takes her home. Please tell me she just takes Rin home like a lost puppy. From the feeling of it, I hoped that she had gotten the gist of what I was asking. I summoned my courage and stuck my hand out for a shake. That, at least, had to be a universal gesture.
よろしくお願いします。
Yes!
こちらこそよろしく。私、リンね。
Didn't seem like I had done a very good job of introducing myself the first time, so I gave it another shot.
リリシクのリンで、
I made sure to place my hand on my chest like last time for emphasis. But she get it this time. My heart raced as I waited for her response after she gave it some thought.
ルカ。
Rika! She told me, copying my gesture.
ルカ？
Also, hi, Mittens! Sorry.
あなたの名前ね。Yes.
The way she nodded bashfully and spoke up with a quiet voice was so cute. Once things had settled down, I wonder if I could get a picture with her.
よし。じゃあ、案内をお願いします。
Now that my energy was back, I followed this girl who held my fate in her hands, Rika. She led me past the front of the station. Then we entered the residential area. She's taking her home like a dog. I didn't usually go to this part of town, so it was hard to tell by glance it was different and what was the same. My eyes just kept being drawn to the foreign writing on the utilities poles and the house nameplates. My inability to read them reminded me how stressed out I was.
ここです。
Rika stepped onto the property of a fancy-looking 3-story apartment building and beckoned me to join her. I couldn't find any resembling a police box nearby. Plus, we were quite away from the station.
Bonjour and Veni.
I didn't want to get left behind, so I followed after her. Rin, you idiot! This is how you get kidnapped. Then I found myself waiting on a living room sofa for some reason. I wasn't sure how long it'd been since Rika went to a room in the back with her phone in one hand. Based on her gestures, I got a feeling mentally like sit there, so I obliged. But I was still uneasy being left alone. I probably should just. Oh. Yeah, but you shouldn't. Among many other things that you keep doing. From Rika's behavior, I figured it had to be your home. But even so, why did she bring me here? Maybe she needed to take care of something before she took me to the police box? Well, at least it gave me a chance to use her bathroom. I feel myself calm as I sip the drink she left me. Come to think of it, I hadn't had anything to drink since lunch. Now I might be able to think a little more clearly. First, I should try to get my bearings somewhat. Where was I right now? Setting aside the obvious dumb answer of Ruka's house, what was this place actually? It was like my hometown, but not. It was similar, but different. The atmosphere was different. Even putting the color of the sky aside, the icky feeling clinging to my skin made me feel unbearably uncomfortable. But at least now I calmed down a little. And that was thanks to Ruka. I would have to be sure to thank her when she came back. She'd been out for at least 10 minutes, hadn't she? Not knowing much longer I'd have to wait, I took out my phone to kill time. I actually tapped the icon opening an app, only to be met with a disappointment several seconds later. Of course not! Of course not, child! The sky is pink! What do you mean? I tried to hold my phone in every position I could think of, but I failed to get even one bar. But I have unlimited data plan. Your unlimited data plan doesn't mean anything when you're in a different dimension. Rin, you idiot! Once I went somewhere with reception, I'd have to remember to go online. It was clearly becoming a habit ever since I started hanging out with Yuzu, but I wasn't ready to break my daily login streak yet. If I had my phone with me this whole time, why the heck did I even try to call someone? That would have been the obvious first step. She's not right. She's not... Oh god. I hurried up and called home. No, Mom was supposed to be at work in part-time job today, so her cell shouldn't be best. The big dumb girl I do love her. She's great. She's just dumb. I like how she has layers of dumb, right? It's not just she's dumb in one way and then she comes up with a solution. It's that she is dumb, remembers the solution, forgets that the solution doesn't work, realizes the solution doesn't work, and be like, oh right, that's why I said it doesn't work. That's why I did. Oh, she has layers of her dumb. How big of an idiot was I? I don't know, you tell me there, Rin. I knew it was bad manners, but I threw myself across the sofa with a plop. It had taken me a long time to realize the obvious course of action, but now wasn't an option anymore. There's no telling how much additional stress this would cause me. I said my eyes to try and calm myself down. All I could feel right now was the softness of the sofa. This was nice. It might have actually been nicer than my own bed. Oh, this is a cool loading screen. This is a cool loading screen. What time is it? Alright, let's save real quick. Oh, 大丈夫. Still half asleep, I brought my phone to my face to check the time. I rolled over, buried my face in the back of the sofa when I suddenly remembered the situation I was in. was waiting in Luca's living room for her to come back, and I fell asleep. No, wait. At one point, I remembered looking for a switch to turn on lights so I could go to the bathroom. And then I slept for a really long time. Oh no, she dumb. Oh no, she dumb. Unassuming girl gets kidnapped by another unassuming girl. That's stupid. How could she? How could she forget? But it's all in character for Rin. It is. I'm gonna look at the clock a second ago.
6時?
You slept for the entire day. Oh, you sweet summer child. I checked the time on my phone again and realized my situation. It had to be after 3 p.m. 15 when I flopped down on the sofa. Now it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
嘘。私、無断開白?
My mom must be worried sick, and I didn't even have a reception here. I'm sure he held to pay once I got home. You have more pressing issues, Rin. Takes her 10 minutes. Does it really? Does it really? Oh. I figure I should go ahead and start practicing my groveling. That's when I noticed the number of things laid out on the end of the table. Oh, Rika, good girl.
これって、
There's a sandwich wrapped in cellophane. A complete set of clothes neatly folded and stacked. A brand new toothbrush, soap, and hand towel, and a bath towel. Next to them was a note written in awkward handwriting that said, "Help yourself." He must have said all those things out for me while I was asleep like a log. Oh, I hadn't noticed before, but there's also a warm blanket over me. Ruka. Aww. Oh, baby. I wanted to take her right away, but when I looked around the living room, I couldn't see her anywhere. You now live with me. I already bought supplies. That's a Ruka. That's a Ruka, you know. Ruka is prepping her new wife. Well, you know, you gotta help out. You gotta help out the weird child that you picked up off the streets. When you get a new pet, this is Krill. When you get a new pet, you gotta buy them new supplies. You know, you gotta prepare for them. Rika really did pick up Rin like a lost puppy on the street. She's probably sleeping in her own room.
じゃあ、ありがたく使わせてもらうね。
Idiot! You're supposed to go home! I saved the sandwich for later, but first, I'd freshen up. No, first the bath. I showered would be fine too, as long as I could clean myself. I snatched the bath set and headed for the bathroom.
お風呂広い。え、お湯まで準備済み?
Concern. Is it gonna show us? If it does, we're gonna have to skip through it. To buy things for your new pedo. I don't think it does. Okay, if it does, then we're just gonna skip, but... It was set on a timer so I could use it first thing in the morning. Why did it feel like she was seeing my every need? I felt really presumptuous, but it felt like an invitation to make myself at home, like an honored guest or some sort of fancy inn. I couldn't come up with any other explanation.
よし、まずは体を洗うぞ。
I remember this game being very PG-13, very wholesome. Yeah, you mentioned that. That's why I trusted to play this game on my channel. A lot of visual novels and dating sims are not very PG-13 friendly. This one's okay though. I started the containers lined up against the wall as I rinsed myself off in the bathroom of school. I couldn't read what was written on any of them, but based on the designs, the one on the right was probably body soap. Oh, well, God damn it, Mia! You guys don't get to say. God damn it, Mia! Well, this mod's screwed. No, you guys get to sit on a black screen while I read this out loud. I I was in heaven. Being able to bathe my legs stretched out instead of bunched up against the side of the tub was a height of luxury. And then there was a little curiously foamy soap. And the sort of thing I can only see for in movies. It unblurs it. Mio, it unblurs it. Do you want to talk about this real quick? Mio. I have my doubts. I'm gonna send you a picture real quick. In DM, so you can see this. You guys are allowed to see this. Everyone else? No. Mio, I need... I swear this is such a game I haven't played in a while, alright, but eh. I know, at least it's only this fast scene. Okay, if you say so. Obviously, it wasn't evil enough to actually do something like that in another person's home. Considering my position with unusual house kids, it's best to resist exercise restraint. What should I do after this? I thought about my next steps as I shampooed my hair. The positive side of being on a new day was I could get early start on things. I could ask Rika to take me to the police box again, and there I could confirm where I was. Assuming I could explain my situation, I should be able to make it back home before dark. There we go, my place isn't too far from here. I can return the favor and have Rika as my guest. I owed her a serious debt of gratitude for all her help. That's censored. It's being censored. Not enough for me, bud. That's too much for me, bud. Nope. No, not on my channel. Besides, if she accepts, then we got Rika talking now. I heard her sleepy voice shift to the door as I creaked it open. Man, there's another scene. She's got PG-13 anatomy. That doesn't make it okay. Imbish, I'll send you this too. You wanna see what game I'm playing at the moment? Look at this. Look at this thing. That I think it's okay enough. Oh. See, even Clyde deemed it as explicit. So, screw you. Clyde deemed it as explicit, Mio. Clyde deems a lot of things as explicit, but this is too far. Oh, Rika. I was in the middle of washing my hair, so I called her out without moving from my position. I don't know who Clyde is, so the Discord part. Yeah, the Discord part said no. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Do you want to take it back too? I'm gonna load it up and look at it. Yeah, you look at this. What kind of adorable yawn was that? Oh. No, wait, don't load it up. I'm still playing it. Mio, don't load it up, I'm borrowing your copy, remember? I don't know what to do. Oh no. Give you a sec. I wasn't sure if she understood me or not, but I figured she could get the gist of it. That's what I assumed, so I was about to rinse the shampoo out of my hair. When? Did I not teach you? It doesn't work that way. I'm on my account with just the shared games. The door shut. I sensed Ruka was still there. In fact, I was thinking she seemed to be closer than before. Can we skip this part? Okay, guys. Okay, guys. You can log into mine and go offline, you dummy. Well, you know, I wasn't thinking about that when I was setting up stream. I wasn't thinking about that. You know, guys? You know? I think that this is a just chatting stream now. I think I'm calling it here. We're turning this into a just chatting stream. I think we're done playing this game. Like whatever's going on is cute. Whatever's going on behind the black screen is going cute as fuck. I'm gonna read it real quick. God, fuck Mio. Mio, I can't believe you. Mio done goofed. This game is awesome. This was a bad scene. You should have warned me. You're proud. I'm a PG-13 channel. Oh man. It's anime bad scene. Don't you feel uncomfortable during anime bad scenes? Blame anime, not me. Yeah, no, we're just chatting. We're just chatting now. Just chatting now. Yep, we're just chatting now. We're just gonna sit here and talk. So how you guys doing? Not me. I don't make up what PG-13 about. I'm gonna read this silently to myself real quick, and then I'll pop us back over there. But until then, you gotta think about what you did, because I was vibing with this game until this moment. I heard the sound of someone getting into some water. Okay. Explain us the situation. Okay, Ruka just got into the bath. Oh, that actually is really cute though. This picture actually is really cute. Oh yeah, I kind of vaguely remembered that. Mio! Mio! I told you it's cute though, it's not meant to be lewd. It's not lewd, but still! You understand? You can get in trouble! You can get in real big trouble for showing this stuff! You're supposed to warn me! It's really not lewd though, bro. It's not, but okay, no. They're usually wearing clothes in the hot tub though, usually. The thing is, right, you can get in trouble for like showing stuff like this, I feel like. Among many things. Like that's not my channel, buddy. I'm sorry, but just it's really cute. I'll admit that it's very cute, and I know that this is something that's normalized in Asian culture in general, just like taking a bath with the same sex. So it's not something meant to be lewd. But Mia, you gotta admit, I would have liked the warning. I know you didn't remember. I think this will be the last scene of nudity. Okay. If it is, then we'll go back. For now, I'm gonna go finish this real quick. Read it in my head. I never remember how to play the game in 2 years. Valid! Absolutely valid, because the rest of the game is very wholesome, I'm very sure. I do remember it being wholesome throughout. Okay, we'll just get through this scene real quick then. Thought it was nothing to back up. Okay, no. It's just a traditional year. It can't be held, only appreciated in private. Can only appreciate in private. Alright, I remember hearing the question about times. I didn't like answering a question with another question, but I just looked at it on my own. Pardona. Okay, it's very cute. It is very cute. Their interaction is very cute. Not on my stream. I have to be mindful about communicating with her. Not Pardon. No, but Pardon. Which is it? I figured I had to go ahead and ask, assuming either one is fine. I just my question mid-thought, making my words sound clunky. But you don't understand my rambling. Oh, she knows the word in Japanese. Yes, in Japanese. Do you know what pardon dono means? Ruka tilted her head as she brought both hands to her skull. It just seemed like she was washing her hair. They're having this convo in the bath. Yeah, that's why you guys can't see it. They're having this convo in the bath. What was she imitating me? This part told me to wash your hair. The idiot. This idiot. Nope. I could tell from his phone I had it wrong.
パルドーナの意味知りたいだけなのに意味パルドーヌ意味 Yes
Means pardon me. Yes.
ごめん
Sorry. Huh?
日本語
Yeah, it's sorry, bud. It's sorry. You're an idiot. Why couldn't you figure that out? I figured it out. Get out of the bath. Very. It's Hella Rin's fault. She walked into the bathroom, receiving Bruco and fair hot water. Unclear why it's a lot. She is an idiot. She is an idiot. But finally, I could kiss her.
じゃあありがとうは日本語ありがとうは
Then what about thank you? The word for thank you is
ありがとうダンコンです
dankon. The word for thank you is dankon. Why I can't believe they couldn't have this conversation. Though this is pretty common rituals for stream. Gotta wash them off. I wish they weren't having this conversation in the bath, so I could show you, because it actually their interactions actually is very cute. But man, man, in that case,
なんかそのダンコン
you should get that right.
ねえダンキンで
Nah, dakinde.
そのねえダンキンで
She said thank you. She did say thank you.
といたしまして
You're welcome. You're welcome. Awesome. I felt really good to finally be able to carry on a conversation. I suddenly got much closer to this girl.
実際すごく近いわ
She's really close though. It was only the second day of knowing her. We're already bonding. Nope. Nope. Why would you say that? Ella Doroso. Seemed like she was staring more than before too. No, stop. All I can do is cast glances while they walk. Yeah, you guys aren't allowed to.
他にも聞いてもいい日本語のいいえは
Can I ask something else? What's the word for no? I focused on her response and I laddered up.
日
Nope.
本語いいえねです
Neh. Neh. Word for no is neh. That meant yes and no were yes and neh. Neh.
自分のことは
And how do you say yourself?
自分のことは
Say yourself. They're so cute, but why here?
あ日本語のわたしは
What is the word for I? I'm just having a combo with that.
私
Yeah. Self, I is me. Me. Like the big about yesterday. Have had one conversation. Some people just clicked. They just clicked like that. Can't show you. Still,
みか
it reminded me of me from I, my, me.
あなた V です
You is V.
ゆとかじゃないんだ
What? Isn't it you or something? Turn on the faucet, warm water coming out. Was this what she did instead of showering?
ゆ
You.
バールマンアクフォです
Shut up. Hot water is Pharma Aqua. Well, guess what's happening? They're taking a bath, so I have to move it away so you guys can't see. Freaking idiot protagonist.
何それ
What's this? But I can't skip it because there's important plot things going on inside here. So I'm just... I'm in a bad position. Okay.
熱いバルメーガ水アクフォ
Hot is Varmega, water is Aqua.
微妙に違う
Isn't that a little different from before?
暖かいバルマン熱いバルメーガ
Warm is Varma. Hot is Varmega. Your description is... it's very... It's still not good. Okay, are we getting out of the bath? Warm and hot, both are for warm water, but the difference is understandable. I thought about it as I rinsed. If sticking hot and water together made hot water, or warmer than warm water, then I still think that's like grip my sides, just beneath. Nope. No. I had to get better. It's going somewhere. It's going somewhere. It's a whole eye full of urine. What? Meow. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Meow. I'm muting this audio. Meow. What's going on? What is this? I trust my partner explicitly. No, they're not out of the bath. They're not. Give me a sec. Meow. I forgot what's currently occurring. Okay. Fam, can I have you replay the game after the stream? Can you replay the game for me and check it before I play it again? What's this? Meow! Washing your... Oh. Alikuru. What does Illumini have to do with anything? Having a sense for light TOS for me to play on stream. Right, Dolphin? That's my feel right now. You're the pervert. Shut up. She did a squeal. They meant it to be that way. Oh. Her body. It's a sponge. I heard that Luna was a great conductor of heat, but... What do you think was happening? I don't know, that they were hugging? Ruka is wholesome girl. I agree with you, she's very wholesome. But the thing is, right? Just because a character is wholesome doesn't mean they don't put them in bad situations, Mio. She don't do anything wrong. Rin is stupid, and that's the issue, because it creates a false dichotomy of what's happening and what's not happening. Do you understand that Oh god, no, she is actually that stupid. What raised me? I was some newborn baby, dear. Now you're the new pet. I swear this is the only pet in a foreseeable future. I need you to redo this entire visual novel. I like to add excitement to her stream. I'm gonna get TOS! I'm gonna get TOS, Meow! How people get it way more so you think that what you're streaming, relax. Meow! I'm fine, like I'm already standing. See, I could do it. I'm already standing. Raise, foot. Get me out of here, God. Fuck. Okay, alright guys. I think we're good now. We're good now. I love that whole situation. It was great. I understand. You're a threat on so many levels. Do you understand? I love you. You're an absolute threat to everything. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the only one. Do you promise me? Is that a promise that we're all good from now on? Don't be so on edge. Bikurimista. It surprised me. Okay, okay. Well, she's gonna go to school up to chapter 3. That's as far as I play. So I get no guarantees during chapter 3. Okay, alright.
学校あ、学校のことかな。Yen estas cromas roswiro por vi. 全然わかんないけど、何これ玄関の鍵オムレート、朝、レゴマサンドイッチョ、昼。
Oh, she made her food! She made her food! Omelet for the morning, and a sandwich for the afternoon.
これはオムレツだね。こっちは
Guess me you're gonna try to get me to play 200 next. Please no! Please no! Play it on your channel.
ミヌンデーバスアキュリ、チスラ。さっきまでここにあったのって、もういない。
You've been rushing around me ever since we got out of the bath, and now she left me in charge of the house without giving me so much as a chance to ask any questions. She's going to school, bud!
参ったな。
For all that to happen while they'll be in the bath. Talk about a surprise.
泡まみれのまま湯船でとか、びっくりだよ。
You had to say it twice, huh? Of course, I couldn't totally deny that I had just dreamed about that sort of thing myself, just a little. Oh, she's terminally gay. Can't be helped. Can't be helped.
¿Tu conforta estas la varmezzo? それ、日本語だと湯加減、どうですかまさか、それを言ってみたくて無理やり湯船に入れたの気持ちいいですか
Investor said I wasn't convinced she wanted to get my opinion. I wonder if she resorted to force because she...
説明できないから実力行使に出たのかもな
Assuming that's the real reason I wasn't a little kid, I wish she could have found a way to tell me with gestures instead of suddenly grabbing from behind and dragging me to the tub.
それにあの後もお背中流しますか湯船の中でいいよボーネトゥルヌビアントルソンアルミちょっと違う今のいいよは遠慮の意味なのだからノーじゃなくてねえ
Is this the Montetsumu Dijin arc? Objectively, no. I'm gonna be real with you. I've been told that this is wholesome. We just gotta get past this. We're fine. Objectively, no. I don't want to play these type of games on my stream, and this isn't that type of game. I promise. I think I'm gonna trust Mio when she says that's the only one. Mio.
どうですか
I promise, I think. I'm gonna have Mia play the rest of the game before I continue it. Because, I trust Zero things now, but Mia has to finish the game now for me to trust it. Oh my god. It was one shock after the other. You tell me, Ren! It seemed like something that should have reserved for the head of the family, exhausted after a long day of work. Ah, family. I didn't think of it. Where's Ruka's family? I just really see how interested to me yet.
せめて ルカがいるうちに済ませたかったな。
Yes, go to school, child. I didn't know what they might be, so I tried to find them by knocking on every door I saw. Her house was a 2-bedroom apartment, so I realized quickly that there's just currently no one there, other than myself, of course.
だから私に鍵を渡したのか。
I realized I was in charge of the house for her. What if a member of the family got back before she did? If that happened, there was no way I could be able to explain myself.
ご家族も日本語がわかるのかな。
I too disappear. I had to disappear for a second. I might have to dip in a second. No worries, fam. Don't need to let me know. Go ahead and just disappear. It's okay. Did I miss any adorable things? You missed them talking about the bath. Maybe her family understands Japanese too. What would I do if they couldn't understand me? I decided to think it all about over the omelet Rika left for me. I love her shirt. I do also really like her shirt. I would like a shirt. Oh god.
ダメだ。そろそろ限界。
I hadn't noticed while Ruka was still here. The more times passed, the more pressure for being alone in a stranger's house started to mount.
何時まで待てばいいんだろう。
After I had rolled around, and just a few minutes before 1 p.m., I had started to get hungry, so I figured I'd start on the sandwich. I think she made another.
作り直してくれたんだよね。
But she's not a stranger anymore. Mia, please. Please no. Please no. I'm trying to scrub that from my memory. The egg sandwich I saw when I woke up had been replaced with a sandwich containing lettuce and some other vegetables I couldn't identify. I think she called it legume something.
でもこれを食べちゃうと。
I got a stream in an hour, but I wanted to sleep through. I also just want to sleep through the afternoon. I feel that. Listen, Impish, I've done this a couple times before, but it's okay to just be on like your Twitter and be like, hey guys, I absolutely need to sleep. I'm gonna postpone the game until the evening. That's 100% valid. I've 100% done that before. It's okay to reschedule your things if you're not feeling up to it. But I've said after her egg sandwich. Today, really, I slept 3.5 hours. Kuzi, go back to bed. You go back to bed. I slept just fine. I don't know what time I slept. The morning was physically rough, but like stream. It's okay to go back to bed, Impish. Impish, go back to bed. It's okay. Rin slept for 13 hours. Look, if Rin can sleep for 13 hours, you can sleep for 13 hours too. Well, eat this. I won't have anything to do afterwards. I'll be stuck just lying on the couch. You can do so many things. I used to use a Roblox to that. I feel that. I feel that. Also video games. I feel that. Just, yep. Looked down the plastic wrap sandwich in my hand and thought, what if I was interpreting it all wrong? What if we could left the key for me to say watch the house, but it's fine if you go out as long as you lock behind you? If that's the case, I could go for a walk. And even look for a police box by the train station while I was at it. Ruka, you idiot. Do I have mute permission? You have mute permission to go back to bed. Go, just tell your Twitter that you're rescheduling and go back to sleep. It's okay if you're really tired. Give me a sec, guys. Do as I say, not as I do. Your health is just as important as getting stuff done. Like, I know that there's a really big there's like this component to it where you feel as though when a girl gives the key to your house, then you aren't strange anymore. Yep, that's right. But when there's a big there's a thing going on where it's like we're romanticizing overworking yourself and romanticizing not getting enough sleep at night, and that's a big problem in the VTuber community. The VTubers don't sleep. I highly suggest people go to sleep. I'm saving the video as unlisted. If I'm gonna keep the VOD, you know, secret cuts. That's valid. Feel free. You could do that. I feel like it'd be fine on YouTube. We could probably put it on YouTube, just not on Twitch. It is fine. I just want to edit it before we send it out, you know? Yeah, I just want to edit it first. But yeah, guys, we anyway, you guys, it's very easy to like romanticize like not sleeping or not doing or working really hard. It's okay to work hard and be passionate about what you're doing, but go to bed. Go to bed, guys. Sleep's really important. It helps with brain repair. You can't work hard if your brain's not working. Anyway, it's censored. You're just a little worried, and that's valid. Thank you. I am worried, and it's my content. If I don't feel comfy with it, I'm not putting it on my stream. I got ready before I could change my mind and open the door. You can't stop me with that advice. No, ADHD's rough. I can't hear. This sign can't stop me. I can't read. I made sure to lock up behind me and left the apartment. I looked at the sky and my legs froze. Talking to my sister who's been my collab partner, then to Twitter. Good idea. Good plan. Why is it still evening? You idiot! We just established that the sky is pink! It was still the same shade of pink as yesterday. I started to doubt if it was really afternoon. I started to feel dizzy. I steadied myself against the wall as I looked towards the street.
あまり深く追求しちゃダメなんだ。
Baka. I still wasn't back to normal. I decided to just leave it and forge ahead. My first order of business was to get to the station. Digging through my memory, I followed the street, turned a corner, and cautiously continued on. I took a wrong turn once or twice. In the end, I made it back to the station somehow.
似ていなるってのが厄介だ。
Aw, baby, it's okay. Give me a sec, I'm gonna save.
しますよ。
Yep, save over that. like this train station. From a distance, it looks like my hometown Shinsukitama station. But the closer I got, the more I could tell it was different.
駅名が読めそうで読めない。
At a glance, the letters looked like a Roman alphabet, which I should be able to read. But there were strange symbols mixed in there. I was hopeless. Was there some method to the madness? Yes, it's an air language, child. Child, it's an air language. There's a method to the madness. After I finished my sandwich, I stared off to the display of bottles molded into the face of the vending machine next to me. I've never seen any of these before. I could guess what they're from the colors and designs, though.
海外旅行とかしたらこんな感じなんだろうな。
Would be my guess be hit or miss. Drawn to something that looks like something like soda, I took a gamble and decided to buy it. For some reason, my 500 yen coin would fit in the slot.
じゃあ100円玉で。
I feel like running
戻って
around.
くるぞ。
I feel your place. It's almost like you're in an unfamiliar place. From somewhere safe is risky. Yeah, this child's not very bright. Okay, then 100. It came back. No matter how many times I tried, no matter which coins I used, they all failed. When I looked closer, I could see the currency symbol wasn't yen, but...
こりゃまた嫌われたもんだなと。
The way things were going, I was willing to bet I couldn't use yen at stores around here either.
マジで？
At least this time, my guess was spot on. And the entire shop just went up and down, but only the currency symbol I could find was the same from the vending machine. I summoned up my carriage and went to the shop. It looked like sold on Gary. Popped down my 500 yen coin to see how they respond. All I got was a tilted head.
これ使えたり？
Money is invalid. Your money is invalid. To make matters worse, the shop here honey leaned over and said, Her seriously such a map speech intimidated me. Chona. I understand the word no. I understood no.
ごめんなさい。パルドヌ。
Using words for apology that Rika taught me, I bowed my head and got out there quickly.
やだやだやだ。
Ah, this totally sucks. Now I just want to go back. Back where? That should be obvious. I had to stop thinking like there was someone else's problem to deal with and get a move on. I kept walking, ignoring all the little differences.
ほとんど変わりないじゃん。
I just turned her head and get to the hill where the road continued to the main street. Why hadn't I tried to go back home yesterday? If everything was still this similar, my house was bound to be there too. Or put another way, it'd be really weird if it wasn't. A pink sky dimension. Rin, you idiot! I have momentum and broke into a sprint. I didn't pay attention to the scenery on my left or right. Kept my eyes straight ahead as I ran up the hill.
もう少しだからさ。
Even the traffic light at the crosswalk turned green as I got there. Now I just need to get to the side of the street, and 10 meters ahead would be... empty lot?
ここはどこ？はい、ここは森林公園です。
I was answering my own questions. Even I wasn't sure what I was doing that. Actually, I wasn't sure why I was in the park. Oh, right. I had been so exhausted from running, I started looking for a place to rest. And I came across this familiar path, wandered in, sat on the swing, swung, stopped, twisted chain, spun around, stood on the swing to show off, launched myself in the air, and so on. And now I was done, and just warming the bench with my butt.
本当に？私がベンチを温めているんじゃなくて、ベンチが私を温めてくれているとか？
So I could really afford to remove myself from the bench. What the heck, was I one of those park bench philosophers now? If I kept this up, I would eventually reach enlightenment.
なわけないって。
Of all the countless sighs in my life, I knew today was going to be the one day I heard the biggest one.
なんだかな。
I looked up at the sky, following the flow of clouds with my eyes. Remember what was to be late, there should be a big apartment building just across the way. Right now, there's actually no trace of such a building. Maybe it had been torn down at some point without my knowledge? No, that couldn't be it.
ここって私の知ってる世界じゃないよ。
It took her an entire 2 days. Oh, you sweet summer child. I was embarrassed to be crying out at my own words.
バカバカ！認めんなよ。バカ。
To be honest, I was suspicious from the beginning, ever since I first saw the pink sky. It seemed more plausible than my previous theories that I had been hallucinating or involved in some elaborate prank. Common sense told me it couldn't be true. Is it possible, I thought? There's no way they could be it. But... When I found out my home wasn't there where it belonged, I realized the truth and my heart broke. This world was similar, but not the same.
本当はどうすりゃいいの？
The wind blew, rustling the leaves of the trees in the woods. If I went to sleep like this, would I wake up back home? Not a possibility. This tiny idiot. I was a little shocked to realize I drifted off on the bench. No matter how positively I tried to look at things, I couldn't bring myself to brag about sleeping so soundly even outside.
結構寝たような気がするけど。
Poor Ruka running around looking for her lost puppy. How much time has passed? I pulled my phone out of my pocket.
いやいや、バッテリー切れ。
I tried pressing the button to touch the screen, but it didn't respond at all. Come to think of it, the battery never lasted 2 days before.
これじゃ時間が。
I was about to put my phone away when I heard a strange crinkling sound. Wondering what it was, I shoved my hand in my pocket and pulled out a wrinkled-wadded fold of plastic wrapper.
これサンドイッチの。
I looked around and found a trash can not too far away. I stood up and was about to toss the ball in the trash, but then I thought better of it and put it back in my pocket.
よし、ベンチウォーマー生活終了。
There's no sense in sitting back down and getting all depressed again. It wasn't in my nature to keep on sulking. What should I do now? I left the party and headed towards the main road. The home I needed to get back to wasn't here. There was a place I needed to get back to, a person I needed to see. I needed to thank Ruka.
お礼言わなきゃ。
Gay. That sandwich was really good, and the omelet from the morning was the best. Did I also have dinner to look forward to?
ってそれはずうずうしいだろう。
I reminded myself as I ran. I ran and ran, and desired to see Ruka's smiling face at the forefront of my mind. Aww. I finally made it back to the apartment where she lived, and about to ring the fell just to be safe when. Aww. I don't know where the exact person I'm looking for tackled me in the hall.
ちょっとルカ今帰ってきたの
I tried to keep myself from falling down, startled by her sudden presence.
キエビエスです
She sounded pretty emotional.
と
Aww, baby. I still couldn't understand what she said, but she seemed pretty shaken.
できやんちょでらまてーの
From the note of her accusation in her voice, I figured I must have done something wrong.
まさか鍵かかってなかったで泥棒に入られたとか
No, that wasn't possible. I was so little, I had a rule of always check 3 times drilled into me. I was sure I remembered locking it this time. So then what was it? Idiot, she was worried about you, your lost soul in a different universe!
イエキヨマホロビエリーリス
I washed the dishes for my breakfast, picked up all the soap before I left. Most people consider me a first-class slob, but I at least tried some basic manners.
で待ってなんで
I saw the tears in Ruka's eyes and started to panic.
ミレヴェニスヘメンイエラデクセーサ said Vine estis
Oh, no! No!
あうん
I nodded, still not understanding.
Tial mi attendis vin en la ĉambro
I knew it was misleading, but all I could do was to respond.
sed vi ne revenis
I really hated myself for this.
泣かないでお願いだから泣かないで
Aww. The first thing I had to do was get her to calm down. What should I do? Should I stroke her head?
ルカ聞いて多分私が何かしちゃったんだよねだから怒ってるんだよねリン
Oh, baby! Luca looked up at me. Tears fell as she blinked, slowly rolling down her cheek. Thinking that was enough to calm me down.
ねえルカパルトーヌ
Didn't matter if I looked bad. Didn't matter if I took a while. I would work hard to try to
日本
understand.
語でお願い
I had to let her know I would.
ホロ時間何時
Oro, the time, what time?
ごめん携帯が電池切れで時間が何時でか
Oh! Oh! Oh no! Oh, she wasn't done yet. She wasn't asking for the time right now.
と確か1時ぐらい1時
Rika held up one single adorable index finger. Now's not the time, bud.
お昼の1時ってわかる昼タグメーゾって1時イエルヌーアです
Yellow yellow renew, yay renewer.
タグメーゾがお昼で1時がイエラーナねねえウヌーア
Noah.
イエラウヌーアね
Why did I sound like I was shouting a war cry?
ウナーじゃなくてウヌーア
I figured if I read it to myself, I would be able to remember it.
ちなみににはに私たちですえにか
Because there was 2 of us. Huh? Wait, what was I asking about again?
ねえパルドーヌに signifies to
Ah, it looked like Ruka had misunderstood. In her language, the word ni probably means us, so she must have thought that was what I was asking.
1 uno 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 kvin 待ってそんな言って
I was happy she was counting them out on her fingers, but my brain couldn't keep up. I shook my head no to keep her from going any further.
何を話していたっけ 確かいつ出かけたって聞かれて、で、ルカ、その出かけたは？出かけたエリーリスです。そうすると
Answer with I left at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh god. This one, right? No, no, no. Left. This is went out. This is the time. So it should be this one right here.
エルイリスタグメゾヤラウヌア。
Should I phrase it like in English? I went out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
ネクレテブラメモルカパブロ。
Your expression didn't give me any clue to your thoughts.
通じたのかな。バネーゲリンすごい。合ってた？今ので合ってるの？ Yes, vi tre bone comprenas.
I could guess from her tone that she was giving a genuine praise, and that she was super happy. The random combination of short-term memory and the only function right before a test, a do what you can and who cares if you fail attitude only has brought me to victory. Rin, idiot! Things kept up like this, I might enjoy a fluid conversation we were good in no time. Even if I had a hidden talent for language buried deep within me all
で
along.
もダメです。
But is bad. Rika's voice broke through the reverie in my brain. And here I thought I had gotten it right.
何がダメって、あれルカ？
He looked down wordlessly and squeezed me tight. Oh, right. Still too early to celebrate. I still didn't know the reason why Ruka was crying.
Mitimis. Tu okazis ia accidento alvi.
Ah. Against your album of familiar difficult sounding words. A certain word stuck in my ears infinitely.
アクシデントってアクシデントのことかな。心配した。
Worried about what? No, I knew I wouldn't have to. Without even having to ask. She came home to find the person that should have been here missing. Someone who, to put blankly, she didn't really know. For all she knew, I might have stolen a bunch of stuff and run off. Rin, you're an idiot! You're an absolute idiot!
いやいや、そんな真似絶対しないから。
Besides, that wasn't what she was worried about. She was worried about me, about my well-being. Thank you. The person in question, yours truly, had been in the park, napping like an easy target. I was so ashamed of myself, it made me want to cry. I would have to save that for later, though.
ね、こっち見てくれる？
First things first. She looked up at me and I said clearly,
本当にパルドーナ。
and then one more thing.
ダンコン。
I probably didn't pronounce it very well, but I made sure she understood. Alright, that was cute. I could see that was pretty cute. That was pretty good. I was sleepy. More than anything, I was sleepy. I was so sleepy I didn't know what to do. I knew I would need to get up soon, but my eyelids wouldn't lift. And it wasn't just my eyelids. My body was heavy, it refused to move the way I wanted to. Alright, we're gonna save
セー
real
ブだ
quick.
けど大丈夫？
And besides, I didn't have the motivation to do anything. Sorry guys, give me a sec. Bad sneeze. There was nothing, and more nothing. Nothing but nothing, and nothing I could do about it. I didn't even know how much nothing there was. I was scared. More than anything, I was scared. I was so scared I didn't know what to do. Nothing scared me more than not knowing. I was suffocating. More than anything, I was suffocating. I was suffocating so much I didn't know what to do. Just suffocating. I wanted to reach out for help, but I couldn't. I was so annoyed at myself. More than anything, I was annoyed that I didn't understand the things I should. In return, nobody understood me. I was miserable. No, that's not right. I did understand, but I didn't. I understood without understanding. I should have known what I needed to do, but I couldn't make the progress. It was dark. More than anything, it was dark. To my left and to my right, behind, above me, below me, everything was dark. So pitch black, I couldn't figure out where I should look.
だから
Closed my eyelids. Closed them to protect myself. I shut myself away in a bubble to escape the reality that was pressing on me. Right now, the darkness was a product of my own will. As long as I was here, I could continue to be myself. I was scared, in pain, even though I couldn't reach out for help, as long as I could confirm that I was still the real me then. Hmm? Who's there? Mom?
ごめんね、こんなところで寝ちゃって。リン、起きて。起きるよ。でもね、もう少しだけ待って。
Just the action of lifting my eyelids was a mental effort. Besides, it's gotten timing wrong. I might have ended up thrown into another strange world. Carefully, carefully.
起きて、起きて。
Cute! Cute! I told you, wait, just give me a
朝
minute.
です。起きて。バーネンムテーナン。待って。もう。
I bolted up. For several seconds, the world was in total chaos. For some reason, there was a sweet-looking girl in front of me. Definitely wasn't my mom. She was too young. Ruka.
ルコヌ、キエルビファルタス。
The girl whose bright response starkly contrasted my foggy brain could be none other than Ruka.
そっか、まだこっちなんだ。なんだ？
Was she a copycat now?
なんでもない。ごめんね。
That's right, this was Ruka-san. Remembering how I'd been opposing a nurse since the day before yesterday, I bowed my head and knelt on my sofa.
マテンマンジョエスタスプレータ。朝ごはんです。先に顔を洗ってくるね。
Seeing Ruka's smiling face in front of me, I couldn't help but tear up too. But if I walked away from her, my depression would come back in a heartbeat.
どうすればいいんだろう。
Everything Ruka taught me last night started swirling in my head.
ビジタント。リン、別の世界から来た。
Visitanto. She spoke as she traced the fingers over the notebook in her hand, the embodiment of her seriousness. I hadn't wanted to cut her off, but at the time I had interjected without thinking.
どうして私がそのビジタントだと？ビジタント。ことの葉、違います。
Their expressions, do you mean their words?
それ、
Ooh.
言葉っていう意味だよね。Yes。ことの葉、言葉です。
Ruka stood up and came over to me to open the curtain.
ビジタント、みんな言います。
I looked out the window and saw the same pink sky. I nodded repeatedly, saying, and started to say yes exactly what she beat me to the punch.
空。ママ。朝、昼、夜。ママです。
Wait a second. Noises. Gross noise. Later to class, she saw me earlier said, 10:45 p.m. That was the reason Ruka had been so worried about my late return. It was obvious once I realized it because of my ignorant mistake.
そんなん想像もつかんわ。
I don't even want to think about it. Oh, no, no, no! No, no, no! Try to open Divinity Return.
リン。ごめん。気にしないで。パルドーヌ。
I shook my head, flicking water everywhere like an idiot, but Ruka just kindly handed me a towel. What was I doing in this amazing girl's house? I suddenly scolded myself as I followed back to the living room and sat down for breakfast. When I thought about it, it felt like she mentioned something about Visitano registration yesterday, but I hadn't really gotten in all the details.
今はこっちが優先。
Part of me was breakfast. Breakfast!
グーテンアペティート。
There was toast, fried eggs, a salad, and onion soup. It's a very fancy spread for her, too.
いただきます。
As the two of us sat facing each other, about to dig in, I couldn't help but feel anxious somehow. Are my teeth on my...
私のテーブルマナー大丈夫かな？
Was it bad to use my left hand, for instance? Was it improper to not to start with the soup? Was it customary to eat the entire yolk of bed without breaking it? I was worried there might be all these rules I didn't know about. A quick glance revealed that things didn't seem to be that different though, so I went back to eating normally. Besides, if I was too reserved, I wouldn't be enjoying the meal at all.
味どうですか？うん、美味しい。チュベーレ本当？ああ、イエスイエス、とっても。
I made a show of nodding my head very empathetically to properly convey my opinion, causing Rika to turn away with a hint of embarrassment. Aww.
ダメだ。この子何やっても可愛いわ。
In contrast, it was so ridiculously crude that I knew nobody would think of me that way. Despite my emotional roller coaster in the morning, we finished breakfast. After assisting, Rika let me clear the table and do the dishes. Took a short break. I figured it was probably about time for Rika to leave for school. I was looking for the right word to offer to watch a house when
今日学校休みです。
Rika said, beating me to it.
そうなんだ。で、それは？
In her hands were a single sheet of paper and a notebook.
リン、ユリアーも知りたい？
Ooh. Giuliano. I remember hearing that word when I first met Ruka trying to mimic its pronunciation.
そのユリアーモってなんだっけ？ユリアーモ、みんなのことのはです。
Alright, guys, glasses go off. Glasses go off time. I need to get new headphones. They're not very glasses friendly. When she said that, I looked down at the printout she was handing me. Oh, pretty other symbol I'm pretty sure I've seen before. Wait, hold on, wait. Where's my notebook? Where's the notebook? Can't get pencil. Okay. Pretty sure I've seen before. Oh yeah, they look like the outfit and the signs of the station in the shopping district. You're an idiot. Each symbol was a set of large and small versions, like upper and lowercase. Cool, I'm gonna save this. Thankfully, each one had pronunciation above it.
あ、
ぼ、
ちょ、ど、え、ほ、ご、ちょ。
I tried mentally sounding out each one, but it just sounded like some sort of Buddhist prayer or magic spell.
これってこの世界の文字だよね。
I asked just to be sure. Rika was quiet for a moment as she thought about it then.
私やリンの文字です。
And still thinking carefully, of referencing the letters below. He wrote some words at the top margin of the printout. Taking care.
わかる？読めますか？
This is our name. That's Rika's name.
いや、予備知識ほぼゼロの人間に聞かれても。
My hands in a no motion from my face, but then I took a little note to the letters she had written. Some of the words had the letters that started with what looked like a V, with a lid on it. Then they both started with row. One was a cursor looking. No, go back! One was a cursor looking I, followed by N. No. The other one went. Ru. Ko. Ah.
ろ、い、のと、ろ、う、こ、あ。
I tried to read them using pronunciation, but it didn't make any sense. Rika beamed like some sort of mascot as she looked at the printout alongside me. There's a hint of frown crept across her face.
読み違います。
Said it wrong. I tried checking them again, but it's definitely using the right pronunciation from the key.
これどう読んでもロイのとしか。ねえ、それ文字の読みです。単語
Oh.
違います。
Say the letters and the words differently. What did that mean?
アルファベットの APP は APP だけど、アポンの時はアポンみたいな。難しいことのわかりません。
Oh yeah, I wasn't like Rika wasn't a Japanese expert. And I at least understood it was choosing the pronunciation wasn't the way to go.
なんか騙された気分よ。
Kind of feels like I've been tricked. Well, it wasn't like there was someday I might be able to predict member something, for now I'm just some useless girl. What should I rely on for pronunciation? Only just an ordinary alphabet.
普通のアルファベットだったらな。
Even the Roman letters might still prove a challenge though. Wait. Looking at them more calmly, these character lists wasn't too different from the regular alphabet after all. I went through my head A, B, C, but as soon as I got to B, it tripped me up. Definitely looked like a W, didn't it?
その隣は C だとしても。
Right next to it was the C, which was a little hat thrown in for extra fun. That would bother me, so I skipped ahead a moment pretending like it wasn't there. The D came next and was like mirrored C with a slash through it, but it did kind of resemble D. That was promising.
F G.
Another letter with a hat. Pass, pass. And I moved on to the second row. H through N all lined up very nicely with the Roman counterparts, but made me even more suspicious that this was the alphabet.
いや、もう決定でもいいや。
Then there was row. I tried to think what letter it looked like. Just before it was O. E. The following power would mean would be was it Q? She's so dumb. Why? But the fantasy didn't seem to fit that.
リン答え。ルカ、待って。答えのじゃなくて答えね。
Even I wasn't sure what I was saying. I just meant stop. I made it this far. I want to get on my own. So just a hint, please.
最初のこの文字ロって何？リン。
Was he losing patience?
待って、確かにヒントをもらうのはずるいと思う。でもさ、最初からわからないとどうにもこうにもうにゃらうらって。
I appreciate your small idiot. It wasn't just my thoughts though. Even my speech was starting to go off the rails. I thought Rika would be probably to her head, but she just didn't.
読む。
Gently said my name and then pointed to the first word with a smile. Yeah, I really want to be able to say it too.
だからそのためにもこのロの文字をですね。リンです。
What? I was pronounced? Was it a time of death? Was it time of death? Did she write me off as too dumb to teach? Was this game over for me? No, I still had too much to live for. One more chance. Never give up. Why did my brain always go to English pages at a time like this? Or maybe I was just using them as Japanese without consciously considering their English origin.
アバウトだな。
The Japanese language was naturally adopted a surprising amount of foreign words. Although a lot of words I recognized are thanks to them being converted into phonetic Japanese. Even if I saw them written in the original alphabet, I couldn't match them with the phonetic Japanese I typically use.
私、超がつくほど感覚派だからな。
I was painfully aware how poor my English skills were. If only I had been able to board American or European, I might have some clue of what the crazy rel and the in after it were, and have a flash inspiration that would tell me how to say it. If it's not...
のじゃ ていいんだとか？
If that was the case, then the other one was Uka, because that's how it looks.
これ、リン。これ、リンです。
They're both pointing at it.
まさかこれが？
It said Rin. If Rel was a clear of L or R, then the pronunciation would be Rin or Rin. And then, following the same logic, the other word, Ruka, was...
こっちはルカの名前？ボーネ、正解です。
I had gotten the answer to sheer dumb luck, even after she practically given it to me. For all the trouble it gave me, it was right in front of me all along.
そうか。私の名前ってこう書くのか。
Rin, formerly known as Ryonin. Ryonin.
リン、練習です。え、何を？書く練習。これ、あげます。
She handed me a brand new lined notebook with an adorable pencil box that she just as she instructed, I writing my own name the way she taught me. Like I'm in kindergarten. It was kind of exciting. It was like I just had learned the alphabet for the first time.
リン、リン、リン。
I handed my name to myself as I wrote it in 3 times. I was a little concerned about each letter's stroke order, but this seemed good enough for now. Next time I'll try to write her name.
ルカの名前はルカ。チェス、ヴィネペゾーナスクリビミアノモン。なに
I just put a pen under Ruka's name and she's surprised by grabbing my hand. The way she's shaking her beside of mine, you don't have to write it.
わかった。じゃあこっちを練習するね。
I tapped my own name a few times and Rika nodded, took her hand away. I suddenly thought of writing her name over and over in the margins where she couldn't see, but I wasn't sure how I felt about that kind of teasing, so I just focused on writing my own name. But then, about 10 more repetitions, I started getting tired. I slowly raised my head to find that she's gotten up and gone to the refrigerator. Now's my chance! I finished my little mental break before she got back and went back to practicing with the innocent look on my face.
リン、キウンヴィプレフェラス、チューポンスーコン、アオランジスーコン。
Do you prefer this over? I think that's orange. I'm gonna guess. She was getting 2 glasses, but I saw the notebook and I stopped in her tracks. What I'd done wasn't mere spirited, more like a painful prank. Would Rika get the joke? And she responded,
コロスル。
Oh! Oh! No! Cute!
殺す？嘘！なんで？
That was toxic. All I did was draw a heart between our 2 names. Was I going to be shunned over a little mischief?
ルカ。
She turned away from the notebook and placed the glass on the table. It seemed like she was going out of her way not to look at it. Aww. What if I had really upset her?
なんかここで謝ると蒸し返しになりそうだし。
I was left with no choice but to write and rewrite my own name until I filled the paper. It helps to reaching the next page to fix the situation.
名前覚えた？イエス！あれだけ書けばもう余裕かな。練習終わり。出かけます。どこへ？本番です。
We weren't really communicating, but Ruka was already getting ready to leave.
リン、早く。私も一緒に行くの？
I still had no idea what's going on, but she made me get changed and we went out.
セーブだけど大丈夫？
Yes. I followed closely behind her silently. Though I started to feel a little uneasy when I realized we were heading towards the station. Looking out for a distraction, I gazed up on the changing sky and left out a sigh. It's always this color, huh? Well, that's why I had no idea how late it was yesterday when I slept like a log at the park. But then I wondered if the fact that it was always light out might be why I had gotten mixed up in a crime. Maybe I should be grateful for the unusual environment. Nah, it was a dangerous line of thinking. This wasn't the same Japan I knew. It would be all too easy to think I could apply my usual common sense because all the similarities between here and home. Besides, not everyone was bound to be nice like Ruka.
私は運が良かった。
Ruka had really helped me out by being the one who reached out to me. If she hadn't been there, then...
っていない。
Took Puppy out for a walk, Puppy got lost. I lost sight of her when I had been looking up. Had she made a turn somewhere?
おーい、ルカ。
Was she still close by, or had she already turned the corner? Should I stay here or keep going? I remember the general rule of a situation like these: you shouldn't make any reckless movements. Ruka was bound to notice I left behind in no time. What if she didn't? What if it was her plan to lose me all along? Was this revenge for the notebook? And she had tried to help me, but I was just a burden. What am I, stupid?
私、そんなことする子じゃないって。
Well, Rin, yeah, you are pretty stupid, not gonna lie. I knew that was true, but ridiculous something kept popping into my head one after another. I didn't want to think about it, but I couldn't stop myself. The more I thought about it, the deeper I sank.
パルドーヌ、リン、ごめん。セーフ、助かったよ。
Small child. Hearing her voice behind me calmed my heart, and I turned around. I was ashamed of myself. The reason I had gotten lost was because I missed her take an early turn and gone straight ahead.
ごめんね、ぼーっとしてて、ルカの姿見失っちゃった。ネゾールグ、ヴィネエラーラス。
For some reason, even though I had found the girl I was looking for, I was still trembling. It wasn't just me being emotional.
ダメだね、私。その上、ルカまで疑ったりして。
If anything, I'd say it was a bad sign. Was it because of the self-loathing that had come from my own guilty conscience? Was I responding to another cause of anxiety that I had previously unaware of? Or was it that no world had an abnormal effect on my body? Hydrate, 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 hydrating. Hydrating for impish.
Mia, malatentemo causis tion.
I was scared. More than anything, I was scared.
Mi comprenas.
It wasn't just my environment. I was scared I would stop being able to even understand myself. What in the world should I do now? I am, I have, I will, I need...
Ni marshu manon en mano. Luka!
She suddenly pulled my hand towards her and I almost fell over.
安心して。そうは言われてもって、うわ！
We had a 90 degrees turn without any warning, and I nearly missed slamming into the telephone pole.
待て待て。
I could see her face while she suddenly zoomed along. It's so warm, though. Maybe it was this warmth I could make it somehow. Aww. In the middle of the thought, I suddenly looked up and realized we were now in the center of the shopping district.
駅前通らなくてもここに来られるんだ。
It only lasted a few seconds, but I was still frustrated again by the illusion of this place, a place I knew well. It's not...
違うんだってば。
It was an illusion for the exterior of the building to look the same as in my world. The inside would be something completely different. Have you ever played Doki Doki Literature Club? I have played Doki Doki Literature Club. I played it with Mio. Mio and I played it together. I don't think I ever finished it. I stopped at a very certain point where you're supposed to do a thing in the other files. A few of the stories look entirely unchanged, but the strange lettering sign kept me from feeling anywhere close at ease. And when I caught the clerk from yesterday's onigiri shop out of the corner of my eye, I remembered I'd run when she started questioning me. Felt my chest tighten.
参ったな。
I couldn't walk straight. My feet kept tripping over each other. At this rate, I wouldn't be able to keep up with Ruka. No, sooner than I think it is. She stopped in her tracks, maybe sensing my thoughts.
Anvoru relasi
I couldn't understand what she was saying with the smile, but with a smile, I gently shook the hand she was holding and drew in a deep, big breath. Then, giving no hints as to what she's thinking, she started rhythmically giving directions with her right hand.
Legomo, fisho, viando, legom vendeo, fish vendeo, viand vendeo.
The things she pointed at were vegetable shop, fish shop, butcher shop.
Pano, cuco, visburo, pan vendeo, cook vendeo, lisbur vendeo.
She counted bread shop, cake shop, onigiri shop. Would this become some kind of field trip? I couldn't memorize each of them individually, but I recognized the parts she kept repeating, and based on the pattern I could guess the meaning.
そのvendeo が店？Yes. でもいつもこう言います。
Rika turned away with a smile and repeated herself, pointing to the last three buildings again.
パネよ、クケよ、ディスプレイよ。
Ah!
パネよ。
Crap, I just pointed it out at my reflex. Was my carefully crafted image of a proper young girl ruined?
リボーラスランチパノ。お腹すいた？パノ食べたい？
No, I just said it was for someone who's hungry all the time.
いえ、なんとなくこうね。
Talking to my friend is really fun. I get to play Nutski. Ah, yeah, I heard you mentioned that before on Spring Generation. I gotta come check it out sometime when I have time. I don't have time. Time's a construct. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to catch it though. I'm gonna try to catch more streams from my friends. If I try to explain, then I was just trying to say it's a piece of cake. It's probably only monthly things that
あの
were.
さ、もう一度いいかな。
Worries, friend. Thank you. I try to save face by slowly pointing out each shop that's named in order.
Yes. パンベンデよがパネよです。
Red shop was Paneo. Paneo. Pane.
クックベンデよがクケよです。
Kukeo. Big shop was Kukeo. Kuke.
リスブレンデよがリスブレよです。
The only gay shop was Splitter. I can't pronounce that one. Just based on the examples I heard, wherever the J-Lo seems to abbreviate with whatever Joe. In that case, I should really give myself a try.
と、本は何？
I asked Ruka while looking at the bookstore I just spotted.
リブロ？
Libro.
じゃあリブロ、ベンデよで本屋さん？
I started by just sticking with the two together.
リブルベンデよです。
I was close enough, wasn't I?
短い版はリブロよってどう？ねえ、La voz la digo estas libro. Do libra plus ello farillas libreyo.
Oh, it's plus Angel. I had nothing of what you just said. You're dumb. That's why. It seemed like Rika was understanding the Angel part though. What if I just tried a bunch of random guesses until I get something
あ
hits?
そこ、あの店で飲むものは？
I figured it was probably a coffee shop. I pretended to hold a visible cup in hand and Luke blowing on it and brought it to my
カ
mouth.
フォ？
Kaffel?
そう、多分それ。
Using the word kaffel that I just learned from Rika, I did. This one.
カフェよ？
My intuition told me the third time would be the charm. What was the
エ
result?
フェクテ。
Yeah! Yay! Yay!
ギリギリ通過ってとこだよ。
It's not like I had total understanding of language, but I just figured maybe this, so I had no faith that I would do this well next time. Maybe that meant I need to study a little more seriously.
ベヌアルミ。
Once again, she pulled me by the arm. Our next stop was a shop made of tiny clocks. The shelves in the store were lined with alarm clocks, wristwatch, pocket watches, stopwatches, all kinds.
En citiu mondo horologio estas tre grava.
Rika's eyes roamed over each clock, then she glanced at me.
目当てのものがあるの？
No, it's for you, you idiot. The pocket watch on the lower left was very stylish. It seemed the perfect match for Rika.
Vine posedas horologion, ĉu jes?
Rika started patting my pockets.
なに？もしかして 私を財布にお買い物とか？
Ah, this tiny idiot. It was a joke, since I knew she wasn't the type of girl to do something like that. I figured I might as well show her my 100 yen coin, though.
ほらこれ使えないでしょここでは。
When I held the coin out to her, she looked at it with intense interest and nodded in acknowledgement.
Miacetu kay donuts holojon alvi.
Donut, donut, donuts? This place sells donuts! On the outside, it looked like it sold clocks, but maybe it was a popular donut shop that only people who know came to. I realized I had to think about Rika had gone inside alone. She had let go of my hand, so I thought it might be better to stay outside and wait. But within less than a minute, Rika came back with an old man in tow. I got the feeling he was probably the shopkeeper.
Lin, どっち？どっちって。
I was caught off guard by said a question, but then I noticed the look between the wristwatch and the pocket watch. Maybe she was asking me which one I thought she should get.
両方いいと思うけど、個人的には。
Pointing to the one I thought looked a good match for her earlier.
どう？Decidite. Miacetu chitiun.
With a hair tie-up, Rika pointed to the pocket watch, the same one I had, and the old man smiled affirmingly and nodded.
すぐ戻る。あ、うん。焦らなくてもいいからね。ごゆっくり。
And so Rika went back to the store with the old man. About 30 minutes later, she returned holding a box with a ribbon on it.
ねん。どうぞ。
The way she was holding out to me, I was thinking it couldn't be. She got her a watch. I never second thought I was taking out a watch for myself. She's so happy with herself. Watching her walk ahead of me with such curiosity made me feel like smiling too.
ありがとうね、ルカ。
I could thank her 10 times over and still wouldn't be enough. Not to mention, although I had no way to express it, the watch had a pleasant weight to it, and almost made me think I could pass as stylish myself. Now, I know what time it was, and I wouldn't have to make Ruka worry anymore. It wasn't all smiles and rainbows, though.
このままじゃダメなんだよね。
Right now, she was hand-holding me like a helpless child. On top of that, I wanted to repay her, but as things were, I didn't even have money to buy her a drink.
日もつらい。
It made me think of trying to get a job somewhere. Could these visitantes, Ruka mentioned, get hired for part-time jobs?
ねえ、ルカ、今度はどこへ？
If we're heading to karaoke or a game center or a movie or some other place that costs money, I didn't think she would. I'd hightail her right out of there.
どこ？どこ？
Huh? Was she stifling a laugh? Sorry, did I say something funny? I had no idea.
船。違う。あれです。
The serious look on her face, Ruka pointed to the building a short way from the station. I had no idea what that place was. If memory serves me correctly, it was a bowling alley around here somewhere.
まあ、それは私の世界の話だし。
The whole building had a strict formal feel to it. The moment we set foot in the property, the impression I got was even stronger.
手続きします。
The procedure.
手続き？手続き、ビジタント、登録。
Tonto registration. But that didn't mean it was a government office or something.
なんか緊張してきたぞ。
I figured the first thing to do when we get inside was check at the reception desks. But I was a little let down when I didn't see anything like that. There was a faint sign of life, but they seemed to be on the other side of the wall, which made me reflexively stay quiet as well.
あっちです。
Was Rika familiar enough with this place to be guiding me? While I wondered that, we reached a dead end. Rika opened the door and took me inside too.
図書室？
It's a spacious room with bookshelves, tables, and a quiet atmosphere.
いいね。ここだったら。またいなくなった。
I hastily shouted and hurriedly clapped my hands over my mouth. Where could she have disappeared to so fast? She trying to play hide and seek or something?
そういうのなら 私の得意分野だもんね。
Was she in the corner behind the bookshelf behind a curtain? My animal instincts told me she hadn't gone far. She was close. In fact, she could have been right behind
い
me.
るんでしょ。
As I was thinking of turning around for her to grab her. Oh, awkward.
うわー、
I was shocked to find someone completely unfamiliar standing there. Who was it? Don't tell me Ruka had something gross for her that this was her as an adult.
ボンボール ST シレンタ。あ、パラドーヌ。
Another woman raised a finger to her lips, remembering I was in the library. I hung my head. I had been incredibly rude and was really embarrassed. Whose fault was it things up like this? Ruka? No, it was my own fault. I really wanted to do something about this uncomfortable, profusely sweating state I'm in. This person knew my name, but she confirmed my identity.
どう答えればいいんだろう。Yes!
Just so there's no misunderstanding, I put my hand on my chest and nodded my head. Just then, she took out some sort of card. I didn't understand at all. Ruka was one thing, but grasping at communication with this person I just met was impossible. I had to respond somehow. For now, I'll just use my body language to convey my situation. Wait, first I had to try to stop fiddling around like an idiot. She cracked a thin smile as she watched me. She flipped the card over and handed it to me. I peered at it, not sure what to do. When I did, I saw printed letters that looked like Giuliano. I probably thought I could understand the writing, but there was no use. Nothing was getting through to me. Just when I was thinking that... Estas tre. Okay. She pointed to each word in the printed sentence and spoke them one at a time before gently placing it in my hand. Maybe I was looking at the writing while hearing the words I spoke out loud. That did it, but the unfamiliar letters started to form themselves into words. I still had no idea what they meant, though. I slipped a card in it as I sighed. Then, for the first time, I understood. The object in hand was a business card. Which she had given me as a way to introduce herself. About 5 minutes had passed since I met this woman, this Miss Frey. She had led me to a reception office where I was reunited with Ruka. At this rate, I was just glad we're back together again. Now I could finally stop this awful sweating. Or so I thought. There's still a very serious task ahead of me. Here we were in a fashionably furnished reception office, Miss Frey, Ruka, and myself. And our respective roles were... Me, the interviewee, Ruka, the interpreter, and Miss Frey, the record keeper. But I couldn't even convey to them how I wound up here. I couldn't scribble out on the documents I was given, so I used my pen to mimic drawing in some blank paper. Then I used it to draw a picture of taiyaki from memory. Ruka and Miss Frey shared a look and as I gave my enthusiastic explanation.
Mi bone conas. Gestas vendata en la vendeia stratune? Yes, Trebon Koste.
They both seemed to get worked up, so I figured they probably understood. I got the feeling I just might get through with them if I let my enthusiasm do the talking.
で、それを私は食べた直後に
I brought the drawing of the target up to my mouth and waved both my arms on my head, like kelp in the ocean, before bringing them back down the table with a bang. I placed my hand on my chest and mimed around, look around, left and right, granted look of cluelessness on my face, and I adjusted Ruka beside me.
彼女に出会った。Luca, should we complain the scene? Yes, fiestas charma, martoraffe.
Based on the reactions, I figured I must have done something wrong. But still, even a hopeless cause wasn't over as long as you still have hope. I really sacrificed my pride with the liberal use of my body language to drive my point home.
ここまでの説明でこんなにかかったの?
I thought it had only been around 10 minutes since we started, but according to the watch Rick gave me, an hour had already passed. There was one more thing I had learned, and that was the sad reality that my ability to convey things through pantomimes was less than proficient. My latest attempt was to follow the detailed drawing of several arrows trying to explain I have no idea where I am, and showing my wallet's contents saying this is money from my world.
これでビジタントだって分かってもらえないと。
Now, I think they know, bud. Was someone about to proclaim scientific testing is required to settle this mystery before dragging me off to some remote research facility in the mountains? No, never. The thought of my body, which still had yet to find true love, being experimented was too much to bear.
リン
Aww.
ちょっと妄想が暴走しただけだから。
I was okay. I was still okay. I was sure I'd find some way to turn things back around in this crucial moment. I just had to hang in there until the end. I'd given an exhausted brain a rest while waiting for Miss Ray, who was wrestling with a stack of documents to finish up what she was doing. I compared the papers thoroughly before splitting them up into 3 groups, though from where I was sitting, I couldn't see what was on them.
Finish.
Did her satisfied smiles mean that she was done? Miss Ray pulled out 3 large envelopes from behind her and put the sorted documents inside. Then she handed them to me.
これはなんか封筒に番号が振ってある。
As I was wondering what to do with what I was handed, Miss Ray grinned and made an opening gesture with her hands. The numbers 1, 2, 3 means I should start with 1. What is this? What's inside?
何が入ってるんだろう。
Oh my god, they became chippy for a moment. It's so cute, right? Just except for that one moment, but this has been real cute since then. I heard you confirm the contents. Inside I saw something I recognized.
普通の日本語。私にはこの文ってあれなんだこの文字。
I started tripping over the sentence and I just started reading. I dove right in thinking it looked like Japanese at first glance. However, very closer, I saw more words and letters mixed in that looked familiar, but I couldn't recognize. The unrecognizable expressions sprinked in. Just to be sure, I looked at the next page, but it was just as confusing as the first. I started off thinking I can read this, but the more proper nouns that appeared, the more it seemed I still needed things explained to me. I just skimmed through, thinking it would make sense further. I got, not wanting to spend too much time studying it.
Bonjour, ma fermi ancora aria in covertoin. Lin, Hokkano. Zenbu. Mite.
Rika transferred me, pointing to the envelopes I set aside. I took the other envelopes in my hand and looked at them 1 or 2 written on the first.
これほとんど漢字ばっかり。なんか中国語っぽい感じ。漢字。漢字
It seems like kanji.
ああ、別にギャグとかじゃなくてね。
Rika reacted to my unintentional play on words and made me smile a little. But when I looked inside the next envelope, my smile vanished. This one started off the same as the first one, but the rest was different. Skimming over them, I didn't get the same uneasy feeling. The only thing that bothered me was commas were "de" instead of "de."
私にはこ の文章がわかります。
My voice was shaking a little.
なぜならこの文章は私の世界に存在する日本と呼ばれる国で利用されている言語で書かれたものだからです。
Even so, I continued reading.
日本語は主に漢字やひらがな、カタカナと呼ばれる文字を使い、場合によってはアルファベット群を50音に当てはったローマ字と呼ばれる表記も利用されます。
Heart does a hurdy. Heart does a hurt.
また同じ文字表記でも発音の仕方で意味が変わる単語や他の言語には少ない敬語表記が存在するなどの理由から習得が難しい言語の一つに挙げられることがあります。
That's not true. I mean, if any like me can read and write it, I didn't even care about the dumb commas anymore. Like, oh.
これは表現の幅がある言語とも評価される反面、言葉の曖昧さが意図しない解釈へとつながり、
I was really stupid.
国際的に日本語が利用される機会を特定の分野に限られることが多く。
Honestly, crying from just reading Japanese, that sounded like it came from out of a textbook. But I wanted to read just a little more. I wanted to hear just a little more. These are words I was used to. Tell if she's crying, dying, or what's with her child. She's doing one or the other. I think she's crying. Oh, child.
ありえない。
Stupid, stupid, stupid. Just the thought of it set my face on fire. Why had I cried back there? I writhed in Rika's sofa, my memory of yesterday is still all too vivid.
これ絶対後で笑い話にされるよ。
I really didn't know what it meant that tears then started streaming down my face as I read the description of Japanese language. If I could go back in time, I'd wrap my old self in a blanket and shove her in a closet so I could take her place. Then Miss Ray's impression would be, my, what a tough girl. If I treated her a little more like an adult. I just knew the next time we met, she wouldn't have nearly as much respect for me. So embarrassing. I didn't want to show my face.
とか、あんまりわがままも言えないんだよね。
I really did owe her a debt of gratitude. I took out a copy of the guidelines Miss Ray had given me and went over them again. There were notes sprinkled in there with strange letters, but most of them were in Japanese, so I had no problem reading it. You're recognized as a visitor. Tanto.
まだ自分でもよくわからないけど、助かりました。
Apparently, some people try to lie about their being a visitanto, so that's why this interview about the time of registration. 2. In light of your misfortune, you have been provided a temporary stipend. Separate envelope I received some after arriving home. His bill stack summed up of 250,000. Yes. Enno. The currency, the university called Enno. Although it practices sound like someone calling it plural form, Enno. In that case, why didn't it call it Enno from the start? I wonder like a true newbie visitor. Did they call it Enno just to annoy people like me? Enyo. Enyo. No, Enyo. Enyo. Words are hard in English. Words are hard in English. I'm sorry.
うーん A のってなんとなく円マークっぽさがあるね。
The pronunciation echoed each other, so that the two horizontal lines through both. Even the design of the bells were close to 1,000 yens, 5,000 yens, and 10,000 yens I was familiar with. The portraits of people I'd never seen before, but at any rate, at least I had a fact stack.
無駄遣いは控えよう。
I at least wanted to recently pay Ruka for the watch, though.
03から06までは細かい規約だからパスして、問題は次か。
7. As a visitor, a number of jobs are available to you. Although in my case. 8. There are a couple minor cases. A fixed living allowance will be provided. What it said. It sounds like Y, I think. I think so too, right? But I can't pronounce the Y at the end of Enel. Because it's not like in English where it turns into annoy, right? Because that's why the I... Language is complicated. Language is complicated. So since working both unnecessary and out of the question, it looks like I could attend an age-appropriate school, high school in my case, if I desired.
学校か。
Where'd I go? Would they treat me like a transfer student? But it wasn't really the issue here. I couldn't even probably communicate, so even if I did go, the outcome or lack thereof would be hard to guess. But as I traced over the pair of signatures on the last page, I thought of possibilities.
ルカがプリゾルカントで、私がビジタントの関係。
So would that mean we would be going to the same school? And if that happened to be in the same class, wouldn't it be perfect? Wait, I'm making a lot of assumptions here.
にしても、なんでプリゾルカントになってくれたんだろう。
When I looked at the note, that said guardian, all I could think about was someone much older. My imagination started to wander to those couples who host foreign students and say things like, "We want you to think of us as your real parents." I knew it wasn't good to judge someone's age based on their appearance. Bonk. Bonk bonk. Bonk bonk bonk. But it was impossible to think of someone obviously younger than me as my guardian.
最初に声をかけたから責任を持って面倒を見ます的な。
Well, if those were the rules of this world, Rika had drawn a serious short straw. And she still had happily signed the paperwork. She was too kind-hearted. I tried to imagine if our situations were reversed. If I was someone living in the world and she was a visitor.
何も考えず無条件で助けるわ。
I would have lent a hand based on her cuteness alone. So you're shallow. There's no comparison between us.
今頃ルカは勉強中なんだろうな。
She had such an outstanding personality. I'm sure she got good grades in school. She probably had a lot of friends in her class. I couldn't even imagine what I'd do in an atmosphere throwing someone like me, wanting to carry on a conversation to the mix.
よし、決めた。
I wasn't going to get anywhere lazing around. It was time for action. If I didn't go to school, I could still study. I sat upright on the sofa and opened the notebook Ruka had given me. I took out the first printout she showed me.
ああ、そうだった。これ見せて殺す言われたんだよね。
What do you call a goose in southwestern Europe? I don't know. What do you call a goose in southwestern Europe? I really hope I just had misheard her, but there was no sense in bringing it back up now. Well, she hadn't crumpled up or thrown it out, so I wanted to think it was safe. For two geese. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bad. So the point of the story is falling in love and learning a new language. Yeah, kind of like that. I think the thing at the start said that this is technically a real language somewhere. I don't know where it is though.
今更だけど、この後ろが赤いのって。
A, I, U, E, O. They were vowels. Never thought about it since it was my native language, but these 5 vowels sound like the cornerstones of Japanese. There are these emphases because they're printed with me in mind.
まあ少しは見慣れてきた感じもするし。
Now studying it calmly, it looks surprisingly similar to the English alphabet.
偽の W がボ。
At this point, I didn't have much of a choice but to familiar myself with the stuff.
次の難関は F と G の位置にある文字だよね。
Oh, looked kind of like a lowercase b. When it came to go, I couldn't see anything but a horseshoe with a slash through it.
そして QWXY にあたる文字が存在しないんだよね。
It didn't seem like I could rule them out entirely, but maybe they were only used in special circumstances. For now, I decided they would be safe to ignore.
あとは帽子付きの文字か。
The letters with the hats. This is accurate to how I also learned language. Ah yes, the letters with the weird hat stuff. Well, I can't pronounce those, they have hats on them. Print out distinguish them with different colors. Seems they mixed them all with other letters. It feels like I would lose track of which one was which between the two and the others without the hats. Maybe the hat's some kind of phonetic symbol. No, it's just totally a hat. Come to think of it, I remember there being much more detailed pronunciation key in the printout I got from Miss Ray.
どれだったかな。あ、これだ、これこれ。
Whoa!
ローマ字読みで50音並びって感じかな。んさ、し、す、せ、そで、ざ、じ、ず、ぜ、ぞ。他行のティ、トゥもち、つじゃないんだ。
Wow.
だ、ディ、ドゥ、で、ドの濁り感が高いのってやっぱりディ、ドゥのせい？慣れたら気にならない？あと、ハ行が多すぎでしょ。バ行とパ行の必要性はわかるけど、は、ひ、ふ、へ、ほが謎すぎて扱いに困るな。
Ah, is it red because we said it wrong? Let's get the cheat.
マ行はまあよしとして、なんでヤ行のお頭が J なのよ。順番的にラ行の次って和行だと思うけど、まさかこのうわ、うい、う、うえ、おがそうなの？だとしたらあれだ、ルカの私の発音はこれだ。私って感じか。でもこっちの
Sorry, guys.
は理解しづらい。感覚的には CA の発音ってキャなんだけどさ。さ、つ、つ、ぜ、ぞと。こればっかりは体に覚えさせるしかないっぽいね。
Alright guys, I'm gonna take this second to tell you guys how someone with dyslexia tends to learn language versus someone without it. So I wouldn't be starting with the alphabet. I would have the alphabet, I would learn the alphabet, but I could not and I cannot connect the letters of the alphabet to the sounds I hear and how it looks. It's the same thing with learning English. So how I would learn the language is more, I would take the words I know and I keep adding to that vocabulary of words I know and how I write them. Each word needs to be its own building block, or else I don't know what to do with this.
た瞬間にあかんってなるパターンだ。半分が赤文字とか覚える気力が根こそぎ奪われるってば。赤だけにあかんとか思いつく時点でアウトだよね。見事なぐらい集中力が切れました。チーン。まあぼんやり眺めると法則性は見えてくるっぽいから、あとは使う時が来たらその場で覚えよう。うんうん、それがいい。
What if I go back to sheet 1? Oh, it just shows me it. That's really cool. Oh, this is so cool.
というわけで、いっぺんに理解しようとか絶対に無理です。
I set the printouts aside for the time being and took out the notes Ruka had written for me. After all, studying the fundamentals is no fun. These printouts that I had swapped out for others for.
ルカが書いたものってだけで価値がある。
I think them gives them value. And the power lurking in them to make me blurt out something like that. Whatever someone's reason may be, studying is all about staying motivated.
まずは復習も兼ねてルカに教えてもらったありがとうダンコンからかな。
I heard it with my ears, said it with my mouth, and it was a word I intended to remember. Strange, seeing it slightly different written down like this.
で次のがねダンキンででどういたしましてと。
When I compared the spellings, I saw they both shared the component dunk. Also, dankinde had a negative ne attached to it. That means you're welcome with a nuance of I don't need any thanks. Oh! Oh, that's cool! From now on, look at whatever I need to express my gratitude, I should say dankon. And when it's said to me, I should respond to ne dankin. Messed up.
ダンコンとねダンキンでマジで
Dankinde.
覚えたぞ。
Dankinde. My email prioritized words I most likely use.
このイエスセルテがその通りと。
Yes, sute. Maybe I had more emphasis than a simple yes. And besides, it was too repetitive to just bow my head and say yes all the time. It would be impolite to whoever I was speaking to not to change things up. Also got along with yes, sute. Sute not. Sute ne. It is strong negative. Sute ne, certainly not. That mean anything with the word order. Anything that the word order was switched from. I couldn't find anything explaining it, but I have a feeling it might be useful to know.
何が何でも否定したいときにセルテねって感じかな。
Ah. I'll have to review this if I want to be able to speak and respond quickly.
あとはこれボーネも覚えておこっと。
I would say good in every situation when I was in Yuzu with Yuzu, so I might as well master Bonne.
ボーネボーネボーネボエ。
Where? This one would take a lot of practice. I did my own thing with the last one there. Never mind that. Time for one more. I found one that was relatively simple explanation.
へえ
ザ
英語のザがラなんだ。
But how do you use the again? Saying the something makes it sound fancy, right? Right, Rin's an idiot.
まあいいや、とりあえずその場のノリでつけてみよう。
You never know until you try. I have some pretty good streak of motivation right now. At this rate, I would master in no time.
えら、あたし覚醒。
Oh no! Alright, it's good to be serious once in a while. I picked up the printouts I set aside a minute ago.
ウン、ドゥ、トリ、クバル、クイーン、セス、セプ、オク、ナウ。
Wait. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 12, clean, this, step, look, now.
ゼロがない。どっかにあるのかな。10はデクで、あとは一桁の数字
Oh,
が
it's like
つく
mine.
感じなのね。
Dekun. Yeah, it's like mine. Mine does that.
20以上ってデクの前に一桁の数字がつくのかな。
Oh, oh.
10の位、デクの前に一桁の数字をつければいいっぽいね。
Let's put the. Oh, okay, okay.
100の位はセントが基本ってことね。
Oh, once you reach 100, you cent. And
1000
5,000?
の位はミルなのね。にしてもこれは長いな。
What's this? What's this? Okay, octant, quav mil, septec. Queen.
1がウーヌで、2がドゥーか、3がトゥリ。
Hey yo, this is math, never mind, it's like...
っぽい感じ。
Oh god, I'm so bad with math and English. Why?
4がクバールで、5がクビンか。この2つは似てるから、クバール、クビンの順番セットで覚えた方がいいのかな。
Ah, uno, do, try, quav, queen, yes, step, ok, now. Very good at math, but language kills me. I feel that. Oh, I feel that.
6と7がセスとセプって一文字違いじゃん。
This is probably a
間
weird
違えてくださいって言ってるようなもんだよ。
This is probably a weird way to memorize things, but also memorizing things in orders tends to help a lot. So, uno, do, try, quav, quin, zez, sep, ok, now. That's all good. That's all good. It's all in order.
んで8が奥で9がナウと、なんとか頭に入れたぞ。
Deck. And then get to hundreds. And that turns to cent. Get to 1,000 and turns to this mess. Am I wrong? Okay, so ok deck. Ochi. Quav mil. Sep deck. Queen. Stretch. Stretch! Oh god, we've always gone for 3 hours. It's a very good game, but I think...
しますよ。
Yes. I keep trying to find a good stopping point, I keep missing it, but I think we're actually gonna stop it right here for now. So if we have time... Yeah, I gotta head out to prepare for D&D and stuff. Alright. Oh man, this was a very nice productive time. I am gonna save this again real quick in my own time. Ah man, this was fun. Except for the part in the middle, but overall this has been very fun. Let me see if there's anyone I can send you guys off to real quick. Let's see here. Oh hey, yeah. Rainbow Circus is doing a just chat and stream. Thank you, Mir. No problem. Thank you for coming by, Impish. Yeah, Rainbow Circus is doing just chat and stream. Let's go say hi to Rainbow Circus. They're a cute clown bud. Right? Alright guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye!